concept with the guitar, I remember we were, just sitting there. I've just been checking out other guitars, like in Vintage Guitar Magazine, where, it's like Toys R Us, guitar players. But the whole thing is, I'll be thumbing through that I get it every month. So it's just like, just thumbing through that and just checking out cool gear or anything you want to get. So it's just like, just like all the, the Phantoms, the Vox guitars, like all, these butt ugly guitars that they made in like the late 50s and 60s and stuff like that. And it's just like even any of the early Gills and all the, just like, just they're cool guitars. And it's just like, the Bo Diddley guitar and everything like that. We were just talking about with the box and everything like that. And then, like Billy Gibbons has with the Billy Bo thing, which is just god ugly, awful, you know what I mean? But that's the charm of the guitar because it's so damn ugly, you know what I mean? But it's just, me and my buddy were just talking about it one night and I go, yeah, I was like searching through, vintage guitar, like eBay or anything that you can Google nowadays to try and look for, one of those guitars or something like that. So it's just like, thumbing through it. And then I remember, a promotional item, I guess, our merch company, Bravado, gave us. Felix gives me this thing. It was the shape of a coffin, the shape of this guitar. And it had the Black Label logo on it. And then it had lollipops in it, with all the song titles and stuff like that. But I was just laughing. Looking at the thing, it's about like this big. I just put it down on a piece of paper and drew a neck on it. And I said, man, that would be pretty cool if they made a guitar out of it. Instead of, because I'd have my own, like, Bo Diddley guitar, you know what I mean? So they ended up making the thing. I just thought it was going to be like a goof type thing when they made it. But, they did an awesome job on it. I was shocked when I got it, the way it plays and everything like that. I was saying it because it almost kind of, sitting down here, it plays like an SG, but, and actually pretty much it's real similar to an SG in that regard because it has the all mahogany body, just one piece, like on an SG. But the neck has the, like on my Les Pauls, but the neck's more streamlined, kind of like an SG or like a 1960s, like a classic neck on a Les Paul. But it has an ebony fretboard with the maple neck, with the back of the neck is maple, which I have on my Les Pauls, Zakk Wylde Les Pauls. But the thing plays great though, man. I love it, with the Floyd Rose and the whole 9 yards, the whole kit and caboodle. So, and the EMGs, obviously. On mine, I always put the active ones in them. But what they did for the signature one, they end up putting the passive guys in there, to give everybody the option if they want to have the passive ones or get the live ones. But aside of that, they did a slamming job on this. No, I feel great, man. It's just, it's pretty crazy. I had the blood clots and everything like that. So, just basically he said I got it from traveling. Cause I asked, I go, is it booze related at all or anything like that? And they said, if anything, that like thins your blood. So, I had to tell the warden, I go to Barbara and I go, well, I go, you see, alcohol is good for something. She goes, no, you're dreaming, buddy. That's enough out of that jackass. So, no, but needless to say, no, it's just from traveling. I guess, a lot of truck drivers get it and stuff like that. So, but it was crazy because I said, it's not like we're sitting there. I told him, I go, it's not like I'm driving the bus. You know what I mean? So he just said, but if you're just sitting around, I go, but it's just like any other musician. If you're sitting down practicing or sitting down recording, whatever, it's just like, that's pretty much how he said I got it. But, the three of them passed through my heart. And I go, what is it, kind of like a heart attack? You feel like it coming on where you're like, dude, I got to get to the hospital. He goes, no, you just die right there, dude. I go, so three of them, that means 3 times. I should have just croaked right there. And he goes, yeah. And I go to Barb and go, there's a reason why I'm here. I'm going to torture you, woman, for the rest of your life. Still a love story, though, at the end of the day. She knows it. But anyways, no, everything's cool, though, aside of that, But that's why we're getting ready to do this show on Halloween. The rest of the New York chapter, and then after that, obviously doing promotion with the new Graveyard Disciple guitar. So that's about it. And then the new, all the new stuff that Gibson's making, the BFGs. Have you tried those things yet? They're slamming, dude. They're chambered and everything like that. But the necks play amazing. But it's like there's no lacquer on them, and it's just like basically just the top of a Les Paul. It's just like it's killer. They did a killer job with those things too. So that's about it, man. Just going out, and then I guess we're getting ready to do that Les Paul tribute show like the 18th of November. Then after that, gonna go to China, go to Japan, go to Australia, and go back to California, start working on the next Black Label album. Then the machine starts rolling once again. I mean, if you're a musician, that's what you do. You tour. Any musician is just like so. It's basically I'm just taking these blood thinners. If I got to take them for about a year, and then they check me after that, and then it's just otherwise it's just like for the rest of your life you got to take these things. So that's about it, man. So no more booze, but that's why I've switched over to heroin light, and crack cocaine. Seems to be working well with my slim girlish figure. I get to eat more junk food now, so I'm pretty happy with the results. Needless to say. When all the Pantera stuff came out, everybody was like, "Oh, dude, man, this band's insane." You know what I mean? But it's just like, checking it out all the time. When we were doing Pride and Glory, I remember Brian would always be working out to it. You know what I mean? The Pantera was like, Dime just shredding all over the place. But it's just like, I think we were doing a P&G gig in Donington, like 93 or something like that, 94 or whatever, and then with Pride and Glory. And that's when I finally met Dime. So, we stayed and watched the P&G set, and then we stayed and watched Pantera whoop some ass. And then, so ever since then, we were hanging out, talking all the time and everything like that. But, yeah, so, I mean, you guys all know how insane Dime was. I mean, it was always a good time whenever Dime was around. So, no, it was about it. And then like you said, we'd exchange guitars. I'd hook him up with the Camel Les Pauls or whatever. He'd hook me up when he was with, Washburn. He'd hook me up some of his fiddles over there. And then he got me, I remember because he was so psyched with the Dean thing when he got when he was doing the Razorbacks and everything like that. So hooked me up with that sucker. I got that thing as well. I did gigs with it and everything like that. So I still got her at the house and I jam on it all the time. But no, Don was awesome, man. Without a doubt. What year birthday is this one coming up? 30. Oh, it's 30, man. Wow. Because I was just reading one of the other magazines when it came out with Eddie on the cover, right? Father Van Halen on the cover, man. You know what I mean? So, 30th birthday. Wow. Well, you're gaining on me. 42. Well, Guitar World, happy birthday, man. God bless. Cheers.